Hello, my name is Brandon. I am a psychological sciences major.
Hi, I'm Howard. I'm a fourth year at UCI. This is my fourth year in Circle K. I'm also an international studies major with a double minor in business management and digital information systems. I previously served as the fundraising chair for Hunger Over Easy, and then the following year I was the chair for Hunger Over Easy. And during that time, I was also a family head for the Best Family, Flying Squirrel family, so go nuts!
Hi, my name is Kate, and I'm a fourth year human bio major, and this is also my fourth year in this club. And my positions in CKI include family head for Air Freshener Fam and professional exposition chair for District Convention Committee.
My name is Chapman. I'm a recent graduate from Irvine University. I'm a recent graduate. I was in Circle K for 2 years. First year as a general member and second year as a family head for Morpheus Fam.
Hi, my name is Eden Rose. I'm a third year, but I'm a graduating third year, and I'm in Medusa Fam.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kyle San Jose. My major is a human bio. I'm a fifth year, and then the fams that I've been in 3. So my third year, I was in Barista Fam. My fourth year, I was a big for Moon Fam, and then this year, I'm in Morpheus Fam.
Hi, I'm Alexandra Yuskov. I'm a fourth year business economics student.
I'm Yvonne. I'm a fourth year psychological sciences student, and me and Alex were fundraising chairs together. Was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago. It does not feel that long.
I know, right?
Hi, I'm CJ. I'm a fifth year civil engineering major. My previous position in Circle K was a family head.
Hi, my name is Brian. I am a fourth year CS major, and previous positions I held is technology chair for both UC Irvine Circle K and the Econ committee.
Hello, I'm Andre. I'm a fourth year human bio major, and the previous position I held in Circle K last year was family head.
My name is Diana. So right now I'm a fourth year. I'm graduating film and media studies major. And so I'm currently in Pandora fam, but last year I was in Circle K, but the year before I was a big for Camper Family, as a family head. And my first year in Circle K, I was in Kazoo fam, and that's like the family that like made me really get into Circle K, and that's like it really made my first year experience like really memorable.
Hey, what's up? I'm Alvin. I graduated with a BS in computer science. I was in Circle K for 4 years. I was a little for Solar Fam and Chef Fam, and I was a big for Kyle Fam. And then in the past, I served as Qantas Family Chair, and then this past term, I was Vice President of Administration.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Yu. I'm a very, very old member of UCI Circle K. I used to be the 2017-2018 Technology Chair and the 2018-2019 Spirit Social Chair, and then the 2019-2020 Club Secretary, and now I'm just mostly a general member in the club now. Ooh.
Hi, I'm Annika. I am a public health sciences major. My pronouns are she, her, hers. In my first year, I was in Telescope. My second year, I was a family head for Camper Fam. My third year, I was MDR, and I was in Squirrel. And in my fourth year, my last year, I'm in Hermes Fam.
Hi, I'm Karina Ruiz. I'm a fourth year bio major, minoring in criminology. And I've been, oh my gosh, why is it so hard to think about them? I've been an alchemist. I've also been in, why am I forgetting the other one? I know I'm an oracle right now.
Hello, I'm Tina. I'm a fourth year business admin major. I've been in Circle K for 3 years now. I joined my second year. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Hello, my name is Mylan Ross, and I'm an international studies major with a minor in management at UCI. Within the club, I was the Spirit Social Chair for the 2019 through 2020 year, and I was a big for fireworks fan, pew pew. And I was also the Campfire Skits and Talent Acts director for the fall training conference.
Hello, my name is Alexis. I'm a fourth year business economics major with a minor in accounting. How many fams have I been in? I think I've been in 3 fams. So there's Ninja, Air Freshener, and Demeter. When I was a Demeter big, I was also one of the fundraising chairs for the club, which is really fun. I've also been in a bunch of different committees. The most important one being fundraising committee before I was fundraising chair. This quarter, I'm in Spirit Social and Media. So yeah.
Bro, I love my first impression. So I feel like I'll bring this up at a banquet or something, but whatever, I'll just bring it up here too. The first interaction I ever had with Circle K people is I got added to our fan group chat, and that night they're like, "Oh, who wants to get boba?" So I was like, "Oh, I'll go with you guys," and I went, and it was like a good time. People were having fun, and literally I remember I think someone sat on someone's lap, and then I think I sat on their lap, and then they sat on my lap, and then someone sat on that person's lap. And we called it the CKI centipede because it was just 5 of us sitting on each other's laps. And I didn't know any of these people. That was the first time I met all of them. So it was actually really cool to me personally, because I feel like I didn't really, before I really joined Circle K and got involved with it, I felt like I didn't really have a place to really be genuinely just weird and me, you know? So that, obviously that being my first impression was amazing to me. I was like, okay, I can be as weird as I possibly would and nobody will care. So obviously that's just such a great thing to a great feeling to give to people.
In the beginning, I really thought Circle K was just Key Club, but I realized that it's a more advanced version in a sense, and the people are they're actually more mature, if that makes any sense.
Honestly, my first impression, so actually I heard of the organization my first year because my roommate was actually in it. If y'all know Kevin, he asked me to join, but I was real busy, so I couldn't. But I met all his Circle K friends. He basically asked me every year, but it wasn't until my 3rd year when I went to the involvement fair. Not gonna lie, I was kind of really scared because I think I got to the booth when they were spinning that wheel, and then they started doing a cheer, literally started yelling right in my face, and I was like, bro, I'm hella introverted, I can't do this. But honestly, after just going to the first few meetings, I thought it was really cool that everyone was just so close and so welcoming. Honestly, that's the reason why I stayed the next 3 years. Honestly, everyone's just so welcoming, and I think you can obviously see that when you first see them, aside from all the cheers and stuff.
My first impression was really good. Okay, so I went to UCI for, I think it was during a spring, what are they called? When all the clubs have our booth, having their booths, right?
Involvement fair?
Yeah. The spring involvement fair. I went there before my first year. So I went with my friend because she was deciding if she wanted to SIR to UCI, and it was a day that there was an involvement fair, so we were checking it out, and we were looking at the clubs because I had already SIR'd to UCI, and so I was looking at the clubs and I was trying to figure out maybe which clubs I wanted to check out when I get there, and I saw Circle K, and so I was really into community service, so that's what kind of attracted me in the beginning. But then the people who were talking to us, they were really nice and friendly and funny, and they just seemed really cool. So it really made me want to check out the club even more. So when I went there my first year, and I heard about the first event that they were having, and so I checked it out with my friends. I told them to go with me, and and we saw the families for the first time and how much energy they had. And I was just like, wow, this club is so great. They're all crazy, but I like it. and so, yeah, and then I just kept coming, and like I joined a family, and it was just great because I met a lot of great people. They're all my friends, like my first year, the people that I would always hang out with. And yeah, I just still keep in touch with them today. One of them became my boyfriend, so it just you'll find love at UCI.
My first impression of the club was that it was basically the same as Ski Club. I was like, oh, it's a college ski club. I'm just gonna, try it out, see if it's gonna be all right, I wasn't planning on staying for too long. I just wanted to join a fam, see how it goes, kind of thing. Yeah, but it was a trap. It sucked me in. It got me hooked. And I stayed in the club for 4 years.
So my first impression of Circle K was that everyone was very loud. So like, I went to the orientation day, and I was expecting, club service, just clubs all about, philanthropy, service, and all that stuff. And then one of the things that just caught my eye was when everyone just started standing up, just yelling and cheering out the UCI chair. And I was like, what is going on? These people are really loud, and I'm just so confused. So I guess now it's like, it's cool. It's a nice first impression.
My first impression was that everyone was really friendly. I remember I didn't know anyone, but everyone was just so friendly. Like, they would just say hi. They didn't care, like, that they didn't know me. It was like, we've been friends forever. I would say that the meetings were fun too, very energetic, very overwhelming as well. But I always loved the atmosphere. I always found it to be one of like the friendliest and most inclusive spaces that I found, like, on campus. But yeah, that was my first impression.
So initially I had gone into Circle K because I was a Keystone member. So it's not Key Club. I didn't know about the Kiwanis organization in high school. It was a leadership and community service club through the Boys and Girls Club. And so when I joined Circle K, I had primarily joined it so that I could make friends. But at first, I kind of felt out of place because everyone at the club was so like, woo, hey, and like, wow, let's go do this social, guys. So at first I was like, oh, everyone's kind of scary because I don't know them and they're kind of loud. That was my first impression.
My favorite memory has to be being the chair of Ho. Like, it was really fun bringing together like so many different ideas and like being their leader and putting together an event. And like, it's really like funny to me too, because like that was like the last in-person CKI event too, because like right after that, like the whole COVID pandemic shut down everything. So it's like, I'm really glad that my event got to happen, and I feel really bad for like other events like DFAC and stuff like that. But yeah, I think Ho has to be like one of my greatest memories, and also being like a big Flying Squirrel fan. Like, I really like my co-bigs like Annika and Brandon, and I also like I also like my littles. Yeah, I should hit them up more.
He only answered that because I'm the one giving the interview. If it was Valerie or Cappy, he would have mentioned it. No.
Yeah, he would have stopped at Ho.
I love my little. What are you talking about?
My favorite memory or memories were probably like the times I spent being a big to my little. So that whole year of me being a fam head for air freshener was probably my favorite memory because of the relationship that I built with like my littles. I still talk to some of them today, like even to this day, and I feel like this friendship is probably gonna last like a while because we're pretty close. Yeah.
There are a lot of memories that I cherish. I don't think I can single one out. Honestly, I don't think I can. But if I'm gonna say one of the most exciting days for me, in the club would be the first family day last year, fall family day, the Gladiators game where I saw John Wang beating up Noah Ferrer. It was scary and it was fun and everyone was laughing and it was cool. And for a memory for this year, I'd say, honestly, any of the meetings, it's been nice just seeing a lot of faces, new members, talking with people I haven't talked to before. I don't know, that was a bad answer, but I'd say the entirety of my time at Circle K has been the moment. It's been good.
I think favorite year, well, I have like two, but like for the first one that really got me involved in like Circle K and really want me to like go into the organization, not just for friends, but actually doing what the purpose of it was. Before it was like, I think it's called CK Idol now, but before it was called Mr. CK. I actually kind of like joked around doing it for my fam when I first joined, and it turned into like bet. And then I was like, every time someone says bet, I just go with it. But honestly, I think that was like my Circle K moment really, because I dressed up as the Starbucks like mermaid. So honestly, it was really fun. And then I did like a performance with my fam, and it was really like heartwarming and touching. And I thought it was like honestly the thing that opened my eyes into like doing stuff in leadership. And then my second one, which obviously is kind of obvious, was hosting the first online decon. Honestly, that's like the big cherry on the top for my Circle K like journey. It was a good way to end my year. And honestly, even though if it was crazy, I thought it was like honestly like makes my heart warm and stuff like that. So those are like my two stuff that like I really appreciate from this organization. Oh my God, the hearts.
I say this every year. But my favorite, I think I was like really kind of like shy when I first started like coming into events and stuff like that. But my favorite memory was my very first fall family day. I got body slammed by Bianca when we were playing, what is it, Steal the Bacon or something, or Capture the Flag, or I don't even remember. But and like everyone was so stressed out. I literally flew. But it was really nice because I feel like it made me feel closer to like everyone. Literally, Bianca was like, but we were on Ho together, so it was really funny because I feel like I didn't really know anyone on Ho like at that time. But then when that happened, I was like, oh, okay, we're homies now. Like she can get mad at me because she like attacked me.
I don't know. I feel like I can't think of like one memory from Circle K, but I think like first year I had a lot of like fun memories, just like spontaneous trips like with my fam to like random stuff like Seaside or like Los Angeles at like 12 a.m. Like those are like really fun times. And then also memories with like fundraising committee in like second year with like Alex, Brian, Mo, Andre, Nancy, Akina, Josh, and we would like go get like all you can eat sushi and stuff like after like fundraising events. Those were like always like really fun times.
A favorite Circle K memory was my second year, so my first year in Circle K. So that spring break, or finishing winter quarter, I was gonna go home back to Vegas for my birthday, because my birthday is during spring break, but my family flew out to Dubai, so I was going to be alone. But before that, my Circle K family, they invited me to a party, or like a kickback, a drinking social. I didn't think it was anything special, but they threw this like whole big surprise for me. Like they had like a poster sign when I came in. They iced me. I think Kyler, the previous president of Circle K, like did this weird weird chocolate drink like on me. I don't know, but it was just super fun. I was super happy because like before then I didn't really celebrate my birthday that much like with other people. It's usually just with like my real family and that, nothing too big. But that was like the first time I had like a big celebration, and I was just super happy. Like it was honestly one of my favorite memories.
For me, it's just probably my favorite memory in general, just hanging out with my first fundraising committee. I know it was like my first sort of close friends that I made. when I was in Circle K. And yeah, we've had so many memories, like eating a sushi and like just planning all the fundraisers. And it's my most best time in Circle K, hanging out with them.
I'm about to annoy the world again. People are sick of this, but it's probably this. This means a lot to me this year. I think that was kind of like a coming of age thing for me, this whole skydiver thing. And all of my littles are still like some of my closest friends. And just so I can like mention my two memories, it would probably be fundraising committee with Brian too, because I signed up on a whim and I didn't really know anything about fundraising, just for fun, because again, like Mo and Yvonne told me to, and then those have kind of become like my lifelong friends and people that I want to take grad pictures with, and I hope to keep in touch with for a long time after college. One more memory is when me and CJ went to Fam Head Retreat, and then we were playing the name game. That's my other memory. That's all. Sorry.
My favorite memory was when I was in Camper Fam and I was a family head, and it was our first family day event, and we were like, I was really nervous because it was like my first event as a family head. And so I had all of my littles come out, and I really want them to have a good time because it was their first family head, or for a lot of them, family day. Sorry, my words. It was their first family day. So I really wanted it to be really memorable, just like how my first family day was. And so all the, like me and the other bigs, Cody and Annika, were like really trying to pump them up. And so it pumped me up too. Like I was just like really excited, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna do great, guys. We're just gonna go out there and have fun. And then I got surprised that they were actually winning all the competitions, and they were just yelling so much. And then by the end of we were having so much fun that by the end of the event, when they were like announcing who the winners were, we got like 2 awards for like the family that won the most competitions and the family with the most spirit. And I was so proud that I was like, oh my gosh, we actually won these awards. And yeah, I was just so excited, and it was just like so fun to see everyone so happy. Like we worked hard and we were having fun, and like it really shows because we won the best family basically and during the event.
I have a lot of favorite memories. I'd say, oh my gosh, okay, so I'd say the one I can remember was with my mentor Bianca. I remember one of our hangouts. Yeah, I know. With one of our hangouts, me and Bianca, I remember one of the things I told her was that I wanted to eat a lot of food, like in Irvine. And so she took me to like 5 different places in one night. Like we went to the taco truck. We went to Disneyland, got some churros. We got the blueberry donuts at M&M. I feel like we did more, but we did a lot that night. But I just remember just thinking like, wow, like this is an adventure, like so much food. I think we went to Seaside too that night, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, she introduced me to a lot of things. She also made me very spontaneous over the time I've gotten to know her. But yeah, I think that was like one of my favorite memories. And another thing, I guess, would just be all the retreats I've been on. Like all of them were so different but so fun. I think each family I've been in, like everyone or every family's been so different, like the dynamic, the people, like everyone's like such a character that you won't really meet the same kind of person in each family. But I really enjoyed like our simp nights where everyone's crying, or when we're cooking together. It's just you see everyone at their highest and lowest. Let's see, and all the banquets I would say were kind of bittersweet, just seeing the people graduating. I remember my first year, just meeting people and then they were gonna graduate already. It was just so sad. But yeah, I think banquet was like one of my favorite times, just because we get to like commemorate all the achievements that we've made, and just like seeing everyone like get their awards, and just kind of being the last time together with your family too. I think that was really special. So sad, I know. But yeah, those are like some of my favorite memories.
There's a lot of favorite memories, but I guess like a specific memory that I have would be it was like banquet for it was like my first time joining Circle K, and like I had this little mission of like needing to meet all of my sibs, and like I would like check off their names and everything. And at banquet, it was like the last day to like actually like be, you know, in that family and whatever. And there's like one person like I didn't get to meet, and then I was like, oh, whatever, you know, just one person. I did like a good job anyways. And then like after banquet was over, I was like walking with my sibs back to like to their dorms or something, and then I ran into that person. So it was like really cool and kind of crazy. Yeah, I guess that was my favorite moment or like memory. Yeah.
So my favorite memory in Circle K, also my Circle K moment, was Fall Training Conference 2018. I almost didn't go. I almost dropped out of Circle K because I just felt like I didn't belong, and I felt like I was never going to really make friends, or that I wasn't, I guess, good enough to be in the club, or cool enough to be in the club. But my big Stacy encouraged me to go to Fall Training Conference, and that was the first time that I really felt loved and cared for, especially during the new member initiation. So we didn't get to have it this year, unfortunately, because everything was online. But it was basically everyone, like the Circle K members and the Kiwanians, all held up glow sticks. And it was really, really dark at first. And then they were like, oh, if you're a Kiwanian member or whatever, like turn on your glow stick. And that was supposed to represent everyone that was there for you. So it started off saying like, oh, you're in the darkness, you may feel really alone and scared. But as you can see with everyone who's turning on their glow sticks, all those people are here for you. And like after that, I just busted out crying. Like in the middle of it, I was crying so much, and I was like, wow, I love it here. They really care for me. They really want to see me succeed. They actually love me. I'm gonna stay. And so ever since then, I was like, I love Circle K, and I'm gonna do everything that I can while I'm in the club.
So originally it was kind of two reasons. One of them was obviously I just really wanted to do community service. I feel like as I got a little bit older in college, this is why I joined like the end of my first year. I started to realize that I really wanted to genuinely do community service. You know, in high school, I feel like it was kind of like you feel like obligated to for like college apps. But I was like, no, like I genuinely just want to do it, just try it out. And so like that's one of the reasons why I joined Circle K, because I thought that was a great avenue for that. Secondly, my friend group, because I originally was a bunch of friends with a bunch of first years who kind of lived by me, but we just kind of started splitting apart. I think everybody just kind of started to like join orgs and be really involved with that. I had two friends who were like rushing for frats, and so I barely saw them that quarter, you know. So my friend group just wasn't really there, and so I kind of needed something to replace that, you know, something to make sure to keep occupy my time, give me a better space to make friends in college, you know, especially because I didn't dorm my first year, so it was a lot harder for me to like make friends just easily. So I had to really go out there and make them myself. So like I was like, Circle K, it's like people, they like it. I went to like a meeting, like everyone was having fun. I was like, okay, like maybe I'll join it. So I did, and I mean, obviously I became president, so I don't really regret it.
I think I mentioned this before in my first answer, but like I joined this club on accident. So yeah, like so like I it was like another club right next to Circle K, and like, I went to go get like a flyer from them, and then like Circle K was like really insistent on like giving me a card, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll get a flyer or whatever. And then yeah, and then like basically the rest is history. I went to like the first few general meetings. I was like, okay, these people are like really loud and stuff, but like I was like a freshman. I was like, maybe I do need new friends and stuff. So like I joined the club, and I met a lot of great people through it. So I'm really appreciative of my time in this club. Yeah. And it's so sad that it's going to the end soon, like only a few more months, or not been a few months, like a month or two left, and then we're out of here. But like at least I know I made like lifelong connections and enemies like Kate. So always someone to put blame on through until I die.
I make how it's like interesting.
Yeah, she keeps my life spicy because my life can be kind of boring sometimes.
Exactly.
Okay. So I initially joined Circle K because a friend from high school asked me to join. In my year as a freshman, I didn't know anyone from my high school that chose UCI. So I reached out to people from my high school that were older than me and was like asking like how they met friends, and someone told me to join Circle K, and I was very attracted to this club because of how many members it had. There's a lot of people, so I was like, at least one of them has to like me, right? To be my friend. And like,
not me.
Howard
And
likes
then, and then
me.
none of them did. Oh, no.
No, Howard likes me.
Some days. Some days I hate her a little less.
The first few interactions I had with people in Circle K were pretty good. I met Brandon coincidentally at Yogurtland after we had an orientation, and he just told me about the club. And at first I was really awkward, and I think he was a little bit awkward too, but I just felt like he really wanted me to come out to events because he made it sound really fun, and I did, and it was really fun. And I feel like I can be myself. I think I'm kind of weird or strange or like to go crazy sometimes, and the people in the club accept that, I think, hopefully. And people are crazy, normal, boring, whatever it may be in the club, and they're all really accepting.
The reason why I joined, obviously, yeah, like my roommate was in Circle K. He kept asking me each year. My first year, I kind of was like already like kind of like sheltered, so I was like didn't want to like branch out. My second year, I was like too busy with like bio classes. In my third year, I was like, oh, I should really like join stuff. So he told me to come, and then actually he ended up being not my roommate but his best friend. He ended up being my big. He actually signed me up, and then I was like really interested, and then all his friends that I met my first year kind of like came up to me and was like saying, oh, you should join, like welcoming and stuff like that. So that was like the reason why I joined. Also because I wasn't in any orgs, and it was like my third year in college already, so I was like, bro, I need to like get out there and stuff like that. And then like again, like what really attracted me, I feel like this org has like, it's literally like, you know, like there's like other orgs like they focus on like one thing, but like for Circle K, obviously like service is like the thing that they like know about. But I feel like they have like something for like everyone. Like if you're not like, okay, actually I'm not gonna say if you're not interested in service, because obviously you joined it for service, but like if you're like into sports, there's like intramurals. If you're into like video games, there's like changer games. You're into dancing, there's literally everything. That's like it's like a sampler platter at like Costco. You can literally just pick and choose and stuff like that. So I really like appreciate like the diversity it has for like anyone, because honestly if you're not interested in one, you'll probably find something else because it has so much to like offer and stuff like that.
I remember my first year, I didn't know like what I wanted to do, like what club, but like my suite, or I was in Mariposa 4. I would say that my suite, it was Yvonne and Leanne. I remember they were like going on a bunch of trips, like, or not trips, but just like going to the movies, like going to go out to eat. And I was like, how are you doing all this? Because I was just in my dorm for who knows how long. And they were just like, it's Circle K. And I remember just they invited me one time to go to the movies. Like I wasn't even in the family yet. So yeah, shout out to Rocket Fam for actually being like my first like a Circle K experience. I met a lot of wonderful people there. I remember we watched, it was like a Marvel movie, but I remember everyone was just so nice to me. Like, I remember everyone was just so friendly. Like it was like I've known them forever, and that's when I was like, I know I will join this club. And I ended up loving it. Like just everyone that I've met, and even though I didn't end up in Rocket Fam, like Telescope Fam pretty much had the same vibe. Like everyone was just so nice, and that's when I knew that I made the right decision joining Circle K.
So like I said, I was in Key Club in high school, so that my friend had told me about Circle K, like, oh, there's a Key Club version in college. So I was like, oh, that's cool, because I know I made a lot of my friends from Key Club in high school, so I figured like, oh, if I join that club, I'll probably make even more friends in college since I didn't really know anyone at UCI. I had like 2 friends that came with me from high school, so I was really eager to make friends. I was just too nervous to actually do anything about it. But I don't know, just the aspect of that it is a really big club, especially ours. So you meet so many different people. It's just a really nice, especially in college.
Well, okay, I guess that's like kind of 2 different questions, so I can have to answer them differently. My takeaway is really make the most of it. I feel like a lot of people join and they'll go like to one family social and they won't like it, and then they just never go to anything ever again. You know, like, and that's just really unfortunate. Like, and obviously that's the power of first impressions, but it's really unfortunate. I feel like even like me personally, like even though my family, my first year wasn't like super active, like I still really enjoyed being with them. And obviously second year was when I got more involved and did a lot more and did more. And I think if I hadn't like really pushed myself to like join CTG committee and, you know, like actually go out and meet people from my family and, you know, take the time to really make the most of it, that's how you make meaning out of the club, you know? Like you're not gonna make good friends by going to one social and then never going to anything else ever again, you know? Like part of the magic of Circle K is like the community that it builds, and by being a part of that community, you actually have to like go to attend. I mean, you don't have to go to everything, but you know, if you attend things every now and then, you start making a regular group of friends and you feel comfortable, and it's a really good time. It's kind of ties in back to my first answer was, I think what's super cool about Circle K is you can just be yourself and no one cares. And like, that's a really, really, really good thing to have in a community, you know? I feel like everybody is comfortable being themselves. You know, we're literally just here to have a good time and like do good things in the process, you know, which is like such an awesome thing. And that's why like I know a lot of people like Circle K maybe over even some other community service orgs is while we do really focus on community service and we love doing as much as we can to serve the community, there's also really that community aspect for us where you can just build relationships, you know, build meaningful relationships, make friendships that'll last you a long time, and you can just be yourself. And I think that's the best part of it. You know, a lot of people, when they come to college, it's very scary. You know, you might not know a lot of people. I know personally myself, I felt like I had to act differently, or I don't know, I wasn't sure of who I was when I first came to college. And I think Circle K really helped me kind of like, you know, accept myself and be myself. And that's a really awesome experience to give to people.
What I'm going to take away is a commitment to the community should never be underestimated. I think service, however minuscule it may be, will and actually does help the community in some shape or form. And I think you can make it a fun thing. It doesn't have to be a chore. It's something that, you know, you wake up and you feel like you can make someone else's life easier or more enjoyable. And I also think having a club based off service and also leadership opportunities and also having a social aspect is the right blend of things that a college student would need. There's a mission behind what you're doing. You get to talk to a lot of cool people, and you get to develop yourself professionally, personally, with the leadership opportunities. And there's just a lot to take away from it. I think I became a more generous person being in this club, and I'm thankful for that.
I think the biggest takeaway from this club is that, like, obviously not everyone's the same, so it's okay to be uncomfortable in situations at first, but like learn to be comfortable from them or like in them, and like eventually just like essentially adapt yourself into it. I think that's one of the biggest takeaways I've taken, being comfortable in the uncomfortable.
Well, since both Yvonne and I were in kind of like in a leadership role and then also not in a leadership role, you kind of like have to understand that even though everyone's really friendly, it's like you do have to create bonds and friendships with people before you start relying on them for anything. This applies for like a leadership role, I guess. Like if you have a committee or you're in a committee, like don't expect people to kind of like give their 100%, because sometimes they won't, and that's okay. This is just a volunteer club, so I kind of just want to let everyone know, like, this club is to have fun, and the whole point in the end is for you to enjoy yourself and to, you know, have fun with service, have fun meeting people. It's not supposed to be high stress. So if you ever feel like you're stressed out, definitely like take your step back, chill out. Like this isn't like a big thing. And I think a lot of people can get like lost in their like head and stuff. Like it's okay. Like everything's gonna be okay in the end, you know, as long as you make the most of it.
Yeah, like similar to what Alex said, I think like there's like so many things going on like in the club that like it can get like super overwhelming sometimes, because there's like this committee, there's like so many servants events and like so many like leadership roles that you can like apply for and like be a part of, and like it might be like a lot and like overwhelming sometimes, but like yeah, at the end of the day it's like all for fun and everyone's like working towards like the same goal, and like yeah, just like have fun with it. Like I'll always remember like the positive memories more than like the stressful times when we were like scrambling to like get things done and stuff. So like yeah, like I think all like positive memories will stand out more than like the stressful stuff at the end of the day.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to go to events without your fam, because sometimes going to a service event that you actually really want to, you'll actually make stronger friendships than you'll ever even imagine. So don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone and go to a service event if you really want to.
One takeaway would be to just enjoy the club, like in general, like enjoy how you want to like enjoy it pretty much. Like if you want to go for a board position, definitely go for it. Like it's awesome, you know, being a part of the board and then, you know, giving, you know, new experiences to new members and all of that. But definitely do be responsible, but don't take it too seriously, because it can definitely stress you out. Remember, like this is an extracurricular, like this is something that you volunteer, you know, choose yourself to do. So try not to stress yourself out too much. Honestly, enjoy it. I had a lot of fun in this club. I didn't think I'd have a lot of fun, but honestly, I had so much fun. I've met so many amazing people. I met my housemates right now, Brian and Andre and Kit here. Like, honestly, the best people you could meet. But yeah, that's pretty much my one big takeaway.
For me, I would just say don't be afraid to go out and try new things. Like, go to events, meet new people. I personally think Circle K is more like a club where you can meet lots of people, make new friends. And honestly, I've met so many new people through this club. And I would also agree with CJ, like Circle K is an extracurricular. You shouldn't consider it like a job or anything. Like, just go out there and have fun, and like don't take things like super seriously.
My takeaway is the same as the other two. Have fun with this club, and this club taught me that there are very, very kind people in this world. I think the club has a lot of very like genuine and wholesome people. Some of the best personalities I've ever met, very genuine. Just a lot of great people are like pulled to this club. So I feel like I've learned a lot just by like being around such kind people.
One of the most important takeaways I've learned is you have to really cherish the time that you have with the people that you're around. Because I think a former Circle K alumni said this, but you won't remember those hours staying up studying for an exam or doing a project, but you'll remember those, wow, like 3 a.m. nights where you go out to the seaside, having fun, doing random shit. And I think, like, now that I'm graduated and I look back at college, like, the first memories that come to my mind are my time in Circle K. I don't really jump to the times I'm like up coding projects all night, and even though I can't really go back and add anything else, part of me wish that I could have done more to make more memories and, you know, cherish those experiences for the rest of my life.
I would definitely say the family system. Like, probably the family system is probably my main takeaway out of this. You get so many connections from the family system, and you just really appreciate like your bigs, your siblings, or your littles if you become a big. I know when I became a big for my second year for Bucket Family. I really appreciated just having so many littles, and also just knowing that like having these littles was like, I can't really think of having like another set of littles after this. And then honestly, just the family system is just so great in that you get to be able to just have another way to just hang out with other people outside your usual friend group, and also just be able to make new friends, and honestly just make a lot of lifelong memories, because I feel like the family system really helps develop those memories and also just help develop even more of those lifelong connections as well.
From this club, I always think there's something going on. There's always something going on. There's always something to join or be a part of. And I am genuine, like I'm really like an introvert, but I had a lot of fun. Most of my time there was just smiling, to be honest. The events and everything, just like, even in like smaller groups, it was really fun. Yeah, it was easy. Like what I'm trying to say is like, it was easy to make friends, and like it was I felt very safe and everything. I have been in other clubs, and people are nice too as well. It's not that different, but I did like the familiarity of Circle K. Like it was so big, and I was like, how does everyone know each other? That's what always got to me. And it's incredible how much we could all achieve together when it comes to fundraising or stuff like that. The events are big because a lot of people do want to take part in the and I think that's really important. There's also a lot of like leadership opportunities that are available for everyone to try, and then no one's discouraged from them. That's the thing. So I really liked how everyone was encouraging and also like gave their own thoughts and experiences if people felt like they didn't know what they were getting themselves into. But yeah, I really appreciated like all the work everyone did in the background. I'm very much one of those people who are like, how are they alive? Like, like they look stressed out, but you could see that even though they were stressed, everyone else was also helping along. They didn't let people carry all the weight, if that makes sense. Yeah. So like there was a lot of delegation too, to try to keep from like burnouts and stuff.
Time flies, just like enjoy in the moment. If you're hesitant about something, just go for it. Either that be like a committee you want to join or a position you want, or like someone you want to meet, just go for it. I don't I don't know if I'm answering this right.
The one thing I would say, I kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but really make the most of it. I think, whether it's joining like a committee or two, I think those experiences is what really like pulls in people and makes you really feel a part of something and like you're contributing to something. Like I mentioned, me personally, when I first joined CTG committee, that was one of the moments where I like really started to like the club, because that was, like this committee was just so weird and fun, and they just made me like have fun, and we were just able to have good times with each other, and at the same time we were all doing like stuff to like raise money for the community. We're just like have fun and do good things. Like it's amazing, but you really need to take those opportunities, take advantage of those things. Even you don't have to join like 5 committees, but like at least try something where you go out there and meet people, and that's how you're gonna enjoy your time within the club, and that's how you're gonna make meaningful relationships with people, is you actually put yourself out there. And another piece of advice is, I know this is kind of antithetical to like maybe like promoting Circle K, but also keep in mind that Circle K is also not everything. Sometimes it's okay to just like take space away from the club. You don't need to be always in Circle K, always involved in everything. It's an amazing club. I've made so many amazing experiences and met so many amazing people, but at the same time, like make sure that you're putting yourself in other places as well. Make sure that you're getting other experiences outside. Circle K is amazing, but you want to make sure that you're experiencing everything that college has to offer. But at the same time, I will admit, Circle K is such a great opportunity for you to really become a stronger leader. And obviously, that's one of the main reasons why I became president. And if I'm going to be honest, being president really helped me get a job. You know, just like, because I was able to like teach myself a lot of skills, whether it was like soft skills, like leading a group, you know, leading things and just doing things. And honestly, even just like some other things, like I taught myself like Excel and like Photoshop for Circle K, which like, it's kind of funny, like you do it for like club and you think like, what the heck, you did it for Circle K. But like at the end of the day, those are skills that I'm going to be able to take for the future, you know, when I get out of the workforce. And I think people don't really value that enough when it comes to like doing board positions or things like that. Take the opportunities to just have fun with it, learn new things, and make the most of it.
Take your time. Just know that like everyone has their own path, and you shouldn't time yourself based on everybody else's. So like, say like I'm graduating early, but that doesn't mean that everyone and their mama has to graduate early, you know. Like, take your time and know your limits, you know. Like, make sure you're not pushing yourself to like the edge where like it just becomes too much.
I feel like I always tell this to everyone, like first years or like people in like my committees or like anyone that's like younger than me. I feel like honestly, just take your time with it. Don't feel rushed that you need to automatically just like fit in like a puzzle, like fit in like immediately, you know. Like, just really just take your time. You like, again, like, even though you have 4 years and people say like, oh, it's gonna go by like really fast, you know, but like, don't let that get too much in your head. Definitely it does go by fast, but honestly, take time for yourself to like grow as an individual. You're like getting thrown into this environment, like you're leaving home for the first time, you're moving out. College classes are like a lot more difficult than high school. You're expected to kind of know what you want to do after you like leave your 4 years. Like, are you going to go to grad school? Are you going to go straight into the job and stuff like that? But just like really take time for yourself. And like, honestly, I like preach this so much, but like literally focus on your mental health. Cause like, honestly, I feel like, yes, studying is like, okay, get good grades and stuff like that, but take time for yourself, like meet new people, hang out with them, take a break and stuff like that. Cause honestly, like, you can retake classes as much as you shouldn't, or like, I mean, you could, but you're never gonna be able to like really like make up for like all the like things that like personally happened to you with like your mental health and stuff like that. So you might as well just like take care of your mental health from the very beginning, and then everything else like grades, life is just gonna come into place. And then also just be, honestly, this is like some like sponsored ads, like just be you or something. I don't know, like literally just like be yourself. If people aren't gonna accept you for that, then you can just walk away and stuff like that. There's always gonna be a group at like UCI that's gonna like accept you for who you are, and then, you know, they might be your friend. They will most likely be your friends after you like leave college and stuff like that. So moral of the story, be yourself and take time for yourself, period.
I would definitely say one advice I would give is don't be afraid to make mistakes. You know, I did a lot of mistakes when I was in college, but you know, I'm still alive. I'm okay. I'm surviving. It doesn't matter, you know, if you happen to accidentally flunk that midterm or something, but it's okay. It's not gonna haunt you in the end. Yeah.
I guess my advice would just kind of be like, to pretty much just, how do I say it? There's a lot to say, but I would say that just to kind of, whatever they're passionate in or whatever they're like kind of unsure about but they want to do, just kind of chase like these opportunities that are given to them and kind of strive to like grow as a person and be a better person over time. I think college is like the best time to kind of explore like what you are passionate about, what you like and don't like, and also just meeting people, like really like listen to people. I think one of my favorite things was just kind of meeting everyone and just seeing all their different passions. I think just a lot of these friendships, like I kind of think of it as like a mosaic, like myself is like a mosaic of all the people that I met like throughout college. And so I'd say just like try to meet as many people as you can and also kind of nurture the friendships that you have. And yeah, just take initiative. Like, it's kind of scary, but just do it. Like, really just do it. And like not the Nike slogan, but yeah, just kind of just don't be afraid to take initiative. Like, there's so many good things that will come out of it. Like, don't be too nervous thinking about the bad things, but just kind of go after it.
The thing is, with college, there's a lot of flexibility, and especially with being online, it's been hard to want to do like join socials or do events, and also like fear of doing like an in-person social because you don't know everyone. And you're like, what if I show up and something happens? You know, like there's a lot to consider, but also consider that everyone is also trying to be safe, I think. Right now things are getting way better, so I would openly say like go outside and meet people like in the club. It's very different from when you see them on a screen. It's like 10 times better. Yeah, it only gets better. It can't get worse, I swear. And yeah, mostly as much as you want to take part in the club, always remember that we're students first. I think I've seen a lot of people like procrastinate and do stuff, and I was like, you should be home, or you should take a rest. I've had my mentee like literally fall asleep on me, and I was like, you don't have to like while we're in the library, and I was like, wow, like there's a lot of pressure in your first few years to really get used to the groove of things. And the good thing is that Circle K is a support system. So that's where you go get your support and build a support system, but also remember that you are building up your next few years of your study habits and your normal habits, and you could succeed just as well. Like if you, like people won't get mad at you for not showing up to something. Yeah, so join when you can, but don't feel like you have to be forced to join as well. Yeah.
Don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone and do things that you wouldn't think you would be able to do, or do things that you're like, oh, this is kind of weird. This isn't usually something that I'm used to. Because you'll never grow if you don't step out of your You'll never grow if you don't step out of your comfortability levels. Yeah. So I really encourage you to go join different types of clubs that probably sound weird at first, but that's also probably where you're going to meet all your best friends. Take different types of classes. Don't just take classes in your major and minor. I know I sound like a college counselor, but don't just take classes in your major and minor because, I don't know, what if you don't like them? What if you're like, oh, what if there's something better out there? There probably is, because, you know, there's other classes available. So take different types of classes. Also just keep yourself aware of the different types of careers around you. And I don't know, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't go into things with expectations with expectations and like pre-assumptions, because sometimes that will result in you having a really closed mind going into a certain experience. So always approach everything with an open mind and be willing to just try new things and grow.
Definitely like take your time, especially with like academics. Go your own pace and try not to compare yourself to others, because it really sucks for you when you do that. You just kind of bring yourself down more than you need to be, and I've been there. It's not fun. It's just not a kind thing to do to yourself. Everyone moves at their own pace, and it's just something you need to learn. Definitely try to prioritize yourself and like your mental health, especially your mental health, like physical health too, I guess, but mental health is so important, especially in college, because if being honest, professors don't care that much about you. Your classmates don't really know you that well unless you have friends in the class, so they probably don't care about you that much. So really the only one looking out for yourself is you, which is something you need to stay on top of, because if not, you're going to end up going down. It's not a good thing when you don't prioritize yourself, so it's definitely something really important.
Do hunger over easy and be a family head. Really fun, really rewarding. Hunger over easy is better than all the other
Wow.
other.
I like CTG for sure.
But I like DFAC too. I like CTG too. But you know, I'm biased towards Ho, so yo Ho. And also, you'll run into enemies along the way, like Kate.
Oh my
But
god.
you just have to like try to make them into your friends, I guess. That's why I'm so nice to her, but she's not nice to me.
I'm nice to Howard sometimes. I just want to say, like, for anyone, like for future members, to don't be afraid to go after board or family head or even district positions, because it's so rewarding in the end. You meet new people, and like branching out just only like benefits you more in the future.
I'll add on to Kate. It's like just run for positions like board, whatever. Like you'll always have a really great support system, whether that be your friends in the club, your bigs in the family, or like just other previous board members or current board members who like just go for the position and you'll be rewarded. Like I don't think just putting a little effort in the club will be really rewarding for you.
This past year has definitely not been ideal, but I hope that for everyone that's going to be joining the club next year, get ready, it's going to be fun. And all the change management that needs to be done will be done, because all the people in the club are really committed. And yeah, it's going to be cool. I don't know. Something great. It's gonna be bussin'. There we go. I have to stick to the trends.
Enjoy your time at UCI, because the adult world is scary.
Invite your friends. Go enjoy Circle K or something. I don't know. Like, do district committees. Honestly, like, the club level is amazing. But just know it's, even though UCI is like a really big and stuff like that, like the club in general, just know there's even more for you to experience outside the club level. For like people who are still staying in Circle K, I hope you guys like remember why you guys join. I know like people say it's like, oh, it's harder to get first years to join. Well, honestly, I think it's harder to keep returning members to stay. So really just remember why you're like in this organization in the first place and stuff like that, and kind of just carry that on until like you graduate. Because I thoroughly believe, like, I love board members, I love district board members. I think the best like members of like our org is the seniors. Just because, so like hopefully you like build up, hopefully you continue on in your journey in Circle K, and then when you get to be a senior, honestly you can flex on everyone and be like, bro, I stayed in 4 years, 3 years here, whatever years. But honestly, yeah, hopefully you guys like cherish every little moment that this like org has. And to the first years, learn from the upperclassmen. They've been through it, so they'll obviously be there for you every step of the way, regardless if they're like your big or like mentor or something. That like literally everyone in that club is a mentor. The big and little system is kind of just there for formalities. Like literally everyone's there for you. So yeah,
I don't really have like Andre, I don't really have anything like I don't have like any more advice to like give anyone, but I did want to shout out to my co-bigs, Alex and Denise. Miss you guys. I can't believe like we got cut short on our term basically, and this whole past year has been pretty mundane and boring, but miss you guys. Miss my littles in consolation. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I wish we could spend more time together. It's kind of sad because this is it. Oh, I do have one piece of advice. When you're doing interviews, don't unmute your mic and then call someone out to answer, because they will get you back in the end.
For me, yeah, I'll shout out Air Freshener family. I know I may not have been the best big, but I still love y'all. I love my co-bigs, Wong and Kate. I love my littles. And yeah. Oh, it's blurry. Oh no. my sign. And yeah, any advice? Honestly, if you're big, or if you're a board member, or even if you're not, just support your other members in the club. Like they take time to plan their events and everything. Just support them, and like, yeah, don't be those people who like don't show up ever, please. But yeah, support people in the club.
Shout out my co-bigs, Kathy and Cecilia, and Skydiver, all of my littles. We've accomplished a lot together, and we've had a lot of good memories, even though it was cut short. I do treasure those 7 or 8 months that we had together a lot. And yeah, It was fun. I enjoyed it while it lasted. And you guys know what Kathy looks like, so I don't need to hold one up, but UC bye.
I'll say this, like I'm really proud. Like, okay, I wasn't really involved this year, just not because it's just honestly I haven't had time, but from what I've seen, it's like I'm really proud of everyone who's on board right now during like this crazy year that we've had. And so like seeing how much all the board members with like Brandon leading, but then he's also really like he really relies on the other board members too to like y'all really work together really well and like solve these like really crazy problems that like life keeps throwing at you. That's like really amazing to me. Like that I really wish I could like be more involved, but it's just like I don't know. I don't have time. But I'm really like I'm really proud of everyone on board right now.
I will say thanks for UCI Circle K for giving me a really worthwhile experience. I can't believe my Circle K journey is basically going to be over very soon. Practically is over now that the term is technically over and it's the new. But yeah, I'm really happy to be part of the UCI Circle K experience and hope that you guys who are watching this are able to make the same type of experience that I was able to experience as well. Yeah.
I guess I'll say thank you to like everyone I got to meet throughout my time here. It was like, even if I like talk to you for just a little bit, like if I'm able to like get close to you, just really thank you for making my experience the way it was. I'm really bad with words, but I'm really grateful, and there's a lot of people that I appreciate meeting from this club, and yeah.
Definitely, if you can join the mentorship program, definitely start out as a mentee. It's a really great experience to help you not only get to know like other people in the club, but just get to know like at least one person closely that you can go to. It doesn't even have to be about Circle K. It can be about literally anything, school, life, the club if you want. But it's a really nice way to find someone to go to when you need that advice. Plus, once you get that experience, you can be that experience for someone else, which is really nice also. I had a really fun time doing that, and I love my mentees and I love my mentors, so shout out Stacy and Haya and Kelsey. Okay.